Hey guys, this is Serge coming to you with another post game interview with our coach, goat and coach,
Ooh, that's a good one.
my guy Rope. He has been with Team Moore for all year since the beginning. So, Rope, just a quick question. I just want to start off so how did you get introduced to these boys specifically? When did you start working with them, or who approached you?
Um, I've known Steve for, I think it was right around the time I started Black Ops 4. I got to know Steve through Luke, a good friend of mine, day treats. Mainly just started getting to know him. We'd go on nights out in Newcastle and
Uh huh.
he'd be one of the lads on the nights out. And then through that, we just started playing League played together last year when obviously his stream was really popping. So I'd known him through that. Start this year, he asked us if I'd sit in and record some scrims for him and the boys, which I did. And that just sort of progressed from there.
That just progressed from there.
Just recording the scrims to then getting heavy into like analytical stuff based off the scrim performances and helping them out that way.
And have you ever done something like this before, Rope, or is this like your first time doing this?
No, first time doing it, just sort of something I fell
Wow.
into.
Have you liked it
One of
so
the things.
far?
Oh, I love it. It's given me the opportunity to travel to some places that I've never been before, like America. Minnesota at the start of this year, that was my first
Oh, that was
experience
your
of
first
traveling to the
experience
US.
in America?
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah, it
I
was.
didn't know
Yeah,
this. This,
yeah.
by the way, is my. I'll give you this. This is my number one drinking buddy in war. I'll give you this. Again, Rope
Yeah,
knows how to down a pint, and he's about that
yeah,
life.
man.
I love that. So, he knows how to have a fucking good time. I'll promise you that.
Yeah,
So,
man.
let's talk about Minnesota again really quickly. About the situation that happened. For those who don't know, we were the number one seeded team going in there and confident that we're gonna win that tournament. We smoked every team just about up until the very end of Saturday when we lost to Hybrid Black, I think it was, that had
Yeah.
Mac Milts and stuff. It was a great series overall, but we fell short. Didn't play like ourselves. But we still had that mindset going into Sunday that we're gonna win the whole thing. We were confident that we're a championship team and that we're gonna win. So this is what happened, guys. So he got sick. I got woken up I woke up like 7 to like messages from Steve, and he was just like, "Kev, I'm sick. You gotta come help me." So I went. I checked up on him. He was in really really bad shape, guys. Like absolutely like he's already pale, but he looked like he was a corpse. Like it was bad,
Mm.
and he's just like, I can't keep anything in like all night and he puking, and so I went got him a shit ton of different kinds of medication. Got him crackers, just stuff that could stay within his system. Got him Pedialyte, like all this stuff. Brought it back to him, like try to force him to eat something, And our mentality was like we still gotta play, like we still wanted to play.
Yeah.
We get to the venue, and Steve is warming up, shaking, like
You weren't
shaking.
going. I remember we had to get someone to let us in the venue with a Pedialyte and stuff from them. They
Yeah,
weren't going to let us in.
yeah. They didn't want to let us in with the Pedialyte. They're like that strict about bringing outside food in, but like we're telling him literally, like he's really sick. Like we need this. So
Yeah.
like
I,
they
mean, I remember seeing the London game. I was like, look at, we've got a Roses fan to play in like 15 minutes. Look at him, like he's on death's door. Like, how bit common sense here and now doesn't go amiss.
Yeah, like, do you want this
I
kid
know,
to
I know
just
they've got,
pass out?
I know they've got like roads and that right here too, but sometimes you've just got to put common sense to it. And
Yeah, I agree. So they let him in with it. He starts warming up. He starts shaking, and I'm just like, that's when I'm like, dude, this is not gonna happen. Like, this is no way. So I take him to the side. I make him stop warming up. Take him to the side and just start talking to him, calming him down, trying to control his breathing. And I'm like, there's no way. Like, we need to like have somebody check him out. And luckily, there is some health professionals there. So I called them over, some paramedics, and they came over, looked at him, did some tests on him, blood pressure, all that stuff, and they advised us like in the end, basically, like he shouldn't play. Like he should just go to the ER. He literally puked while he was getting checked, like puked in a bag.
yeah,
Like it was really bad, guys, and it was like people don't know this, but like it was like I've never seen someone this sick before, and it was crazy. I was scared, and I told him multiple times, it's like, Steve, you do not have to play this. Like to me, what matters is your health. Number one, no matter what. I was like, I'd rather fucking forfeit this whole tournament and get you taken care of versus fucking playing this shit through. But he literally looked in my eyes and said, "There's no chance I'm letting my boys down." He was like, "I'm gonna play."
I just don't give a fuck.
So he fucking went out, played, and like we just said, it was still a close series. We got forfeited our first map, which was our best map, which I still don't agree with. The league ended up apologizing for that because it's not the call to make to do that when somebody's in that position and that condition as he was. That was not the right call to do. They forfeited us for, in the end, I think we were like 10 minutes or 15 minutes past like the time that was supposed to be scheduled. It was something silly like that. It was like 15 minutes past 10.
I'm sure. So the game was supposed to start at 10 a.m. We had until a quarter past. I don't think Stay got back to the station after getting checked out by the paramedics until I think it was 20 past. So we were 5 minutes over. Like,
it was something silly, and they're like, we have to forfeit first map. So we got forfeited a map. By the way, Singularity boys, they were all in agreement that they wanted to play first map. You know, they didn't, they were not trying to like rob us of map or anything. I just want to make that clear. That was purely a decision from the production team, not from the other team. The other team was on board with playing the first map, even if it was 10 minutes past or whatever. Out of 28 tournaments, 16 we've won. Holy hell. That is amazing. And a big thank you is due to this guy you're seeing right now, because he does so much behind the scenes that you guys don't know about and takes in a lot of work to do that. And he's doing that because it's his passion now, and he really respects the players and loves the players. And you know, he loves us, right, Rope? You love War? Okay.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, just what you've done for, when I was over in America, how much you looked after me along with the lads, it was spot on.
Awesome, man. I love to hear that. So, we love having you here. I mean, like, give us a rundown of the things that you do outside of just watching VODs. Like, I've seen that data sheet that you have, and it's freaking crazy. You keep track of almost every analytic possible, right?
Yeah, I think there's stuff that I'd like to add into that, but it's just a case of it'd be more actual tournament-based stuff, which sometimes I'm not able to watch series because of no available streams or obviously. So it's just one of them things, but at the minute I'll keep just track of hard point and domination within scrims. I'm just, how do I put it, without giving too much away. I help the lads pinpoint areas what needs improvement in areas which the probably excelling at.
Like
which sometimes it's things that you don't even realise needs improvement until you look at the numbers and you realise that something's lacking.
Something's definitely wrong in this hill. For example, we're not rotating in time, or maybe this one's like a hill that like we could stay in and get garbage time versus there's this other hill where like, no, you have to rotate 30 seconds before, make sure we lock those spawns down. And those are the things that Roper does for us. He pinpoints our strengths and weaknesses in every map. And that's how we get better and better and better, and that's what's leading to us winning championships. It also helps with our veto process, I'm sure. We'll know, like, all right, we tend to lose this map, but we're really good at this map, so let's try to aim towards a map, of course, of our strength.
It's not just overall as well, it's certain maps against certain teams which we may struggle on more than others.
Right.
For example, we could be good at it's just a random AK, for example, but then if we match up against a certain team, which we tend to struggle on, sometimes we'll avoid that.
See?
Stuff like that.
Steve-O, our captain, he takes the new players, so like he's done this with Harry, he's done with this Nasty, and now he's doing it with Afro.
Yeah.
He takes them on a one-on-one and goes through every map of hardpoint, domination, and tells you where you should be and why you should be there. That is insane to me. I still think it's fucking epic as hell to hear that. And he's doing this out of his free time and in order for our team to keep rolling, basically. So I think he's been overall a great captain, and I just want to give this time to highlight that he when I brought him in, he was more like a supportive player and stuff. Josh was the one calling the shots B Sport. He was our captain, and now that Josh went on to become the coach of Paris Legion, Steve-O took on that role, and I think he's done a phenomenal job. And do you want to say anything about that and about his captain, being a captain this year and stuff, and your experience watching him?
You can hear it in game when, especially in tournament situations, just he's so calm, so composed. In certain situations where pressure might get to others, it doesn't get to stay at all. He's got the ability to sit there and just tell everyone what they need to be doing in certain situations, which has helped us win a number of these tournaments this year. So I think he does get a lot of that from Josh, and he's told me himself, like, a lot of the sort of leadership qualities he has picked up has been through teaming with Josh. Awesome. And I do think he's done a really, really good job of, like I said, just being an in-game leader, a natural born leader. I don't think there's many people better at it at the minute in this game.
Yeah, and I think that's a difference that differentiates us a lot. Like, that's not the skill, guys. It's just not the firepower we have. It's not our IQ of the game. It's it's like these things. It's like the leadership within the team that we have. It's the ropers that you have on your team that are gonna do the dirty work for you guys to take you to that next level. Because you just imagine we didn't have rope. Do you think Dave's gonna want to spend time doing this kind of analytic stuff?
Oh no, come on, hell no, to the no, yeah, to the no.
Hell no, he's not. So I gotta throw my jab in at Dave at least once every video,
Yeah.
But no, it's every part of this team is like a machine that's helped build this, what we're building, a dynasty here, right? So I'm super excited. Maybe let's talk a little bit about this past weekend. We just won our back-to-back Challengers Cup championship, where we faced off against S&G in the finals. We did lose the first series in the grand finals. What do you think happened there? And how do we bounce back from that and take them a 3-0 after?
The thing when you come from the winners bracket in these tournaments is you're oftentimes sitting about for 3 to 4 hours waiting for your game, and I think that played a bit of a part in that first grand final on Sunday. I think the lads just came in and a bit cold. Their shot wasn't hot. Obviously S&G is just coming from back to 3-1, training hard, so if they were coming in full of confidence, they had the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Just individual mistakes, which it's uncharacteristic for this team, but we know that we made them. We knew at the time that we were making them in all the maps, and it was just a big thing for us to correct them going into that second best of 5, which is exactly what we did. And thankfully we did come up there. A bit disappointing because going into that grand final we hadn't dropped a map at the weekend, so if we could have done the second best of 5 first and went flawless, that would have been a bit of an added bonus. Nice. But wins are when you take them.
See, that's another thing about this team is, like, they hate losing, man. They hate losing. Like, can you talk about that? They
hate losing more than a lot of people love winning. Like, stay, especially if we lose on a weekend, like, Jesus Christ, this year we haven't placed worse than 4th at all in any online or LAN event. But even when we do lose, you can tell in his voice and the way he acts, he'll sit there for hours and, go over what went wrong and how we're not going to make those same mistakes again.
Yeah, and I've seen it myself. It's not, as an Oregoner, it's a tough spot. Definitely when you lose a tournament, especially on land, like when we lost London and we got 4th place that event. You can see it firsthand how deep that cuts into them, and how much it's just not what they want. It's not what they want. And we made the best of it, and that was my job to help alleviate. Again, this team hates losing, and it's kind of the perfect combination because I'm very competitive myself. I hate losing myself, and I promise our fans this year that we'd be bringing championships to war, because up until this point we didn't have any, and so I'm happy that we've exceeded that by a lot because we're winning a lot more, than I anticipated for sure, especially with the new format and everything with the online. I've been very proud of the boys and the view of the work you've been doing for war. So thank you again, Rope, for everything you do. I look forward to winning more championships, of course, and some new apparel. I'm seeing you rock that jacket. We
Fresh jacket.
got some fresh new apparel coming out in later this summer. This is the first time you guys hear about it. Promise you, it's gonna be nice as always. And Rope for sure will be modeling it for you guys. But any last things you want to say, Rope?
I'm not a very talkative person, to be honest, unless I'm full of drink. So.
Maybe next time we'll have drinks during the interview,
Yeah.
and up to things. But oh, I got a quick question. Who's a better Warzone player, Luke, D/D-Treats, or Calv?
Ooh.
Oh, dude, they're gonna give him hell for whatever answer he picks. Oh man,
Luke?
Luke. Oh, yo, wait, hold on. I gotta want to see if I could go in the chat. Are they on the? Oh my god. Here, let's go to the. All right. Well, I'm just gonna say the outro now, and then we're gonna go to the chat and see what they say. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate all the love you guys been giving War recently. We have the sponsorship announcement coming soon. I promise. It's fucking amazing. Again, super excited about this opportunity that we're been given. And you know, Rope is very excited about it too. Again, we're all ecstatic about it, and we're just gonna do it right. You know how we do it. We do everything right. We take everything with patience, and you know, on our way to success. So, thank you guys for all the support. There might be some B-roll footage or B-sides of you know, the other boys talking shit to Rope because of that answer. So, stay tuned for that. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. I just asked Rope on the interview. I was like, who do you think is a better Warzone player between
Me.
Calv and Luke?
Oh,
Who do you think he said?
Calvin.
Luke.
He said Luke.
Sorry, Calvin. You put us on the spot a bit.
As you said that, I just lost a gulag and Calvin brought us back in. So.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Luke. Why? You've got to make us look like an arsehole, haven't you?
No, I've got more
Prick.
kills than him. I've got more.